That's awesome.
You're hungry? I'm tired. I'm gonna wash my hands. What's up, everybody? It's late night with 5 Star. We just finished a car.
Yeah. What time is it?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. So awesome.
Yes, it's 9:06, and it's late.
Yeah,
we
we're
just finished a
only
car.
3 hours late.
Huh?
We're only 3 hours late.
Oh, that's it. It's only 3 hours. What's up, Justin? What's up, Phil? Silver. Good evening. Julio, ¿qué pasa, man? Orlando, what's up from Arizona? What's up, what's up? What's up, Greg? Hey, Cody. Good evening.
Oh boy.
What's up, Jason? I know it's late. We just finished car, so...
Paul's been
We
gone
gotta
for
stay.
3 hours.
Oh, yeah. We gotta stay. Yeah. What's up, Christian? Ryan, what's going on, people?
Late night, yeah,
Yes.
late night.
Yeah. Good morning. I know, right?
Well, it could be depending. Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gross. Yogurt, yummy.
Does this count overtime?
No, we don't get paid
no.
overtime.
No.
Kinda
It's
sucks.
7 over here. Sonora, Mexico. Okay, wow.
See, it's early for you guys.
Yeah. It's 9 o'clock over here.
So check it out, guys. The podcast went live. So if you guys haven't been paying attention or catching the show,
Yep.
not paying attention.
What's
I'm
up, John?
attention. But if you haven't caught the Facebook show, it's located in 2 places right now. It will be on others, but right now we're on Podbean.
Uh-huh.
You can search for 5 Star, or actually Car Stereo Talk with Dean and Fernando,
Mhm.
or Car Audio or whatever. And it's also available on iTunes. If you can search for the same thing, or just do a search for Car Stereo and it'll pop up.
Thank you, Cody. He heard the
The podcast?
podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as we said, there's an original podcast that's going to be up every Thursday morning, night, sometime, whenever we get done editing it.
Yeah.
We film them Wednesday night. There's a Q&A show. It was the first show we done, so it was a lot
Alright.
of fun. I guess. You want to switch sides?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
You normally like this side.
Yeah, I like it.
By the way, McDonald's does have pretty good yogurt. But anyway.
Side Rock 4.
But anyway, so yeah, it was a Q&A show. We're going to expand it. We just wanted to get one out there, figure out how we do it.
Where's the sound man explosion?
Dude, that was today. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Today just got really bad, turned sideways.
What's up, Jesse?
Had to
Yeah.
work on a Porsche. Had to put an alarm on a Porsche.
There you go. You know? That's 2?
It's
2
2 this year.
2
Yeah.
this year?
I know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
2 this year. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an old, that weird Porsche that has the motor in the front, the old one. So like the Tessa tape in that thing was like a rock.
It's
Oh
a
my
mini
gosh.
tweeter on my ear. No.
No, that's a wall of speakers, man. That's 2412s.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that was good. So, anyways,
What took so long?
the Porsche.
The Porsche.
The Porsche. When I told Paul it was going to take 5 hours, he was like, "No, no." I'm like, dude, yeah, it is. Only because I'm old and I got to keep crawling underneath this dash.
Yeah,
So that kind of sucked.
I know.
But then we had the nice Tahoe to work on, so, and you pretty much covered everything else. So you really pulled your weight today, Fernando. Good job, buddy. Good job.
For Angel, the price. You remember the price on the Halo?
$13.99, I thought. Or
$13.99.
$8.99. I think it was $8.99.
Okay, if you're not, check the Facebook Live with John.
Yeah,
he
that
actually
was
said the
2
price.
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so check the price.
$8.99. I want to say it's either $8.99 or $13.99, but I'm thinking it's $8.99. It's not crazy money. I mean, it for Alpine, yeah. But that was pretty good.
Have you have any experience with the Rockford T2, 16 inches?
No.
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 But I like the speakers.
You like them?
The mid range.
Well, yeah, the mid-range are nice.
Everything nice.
But no, Paul's never brought those in.
$8.99. Yeah, I think so too, Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the question I wanted to ask you guys, we've been talking about this a lot here at work, and everyone has a favorite food, favorite color, favorite car, favorite person, favorite phone, favorite software, favorite phone. There's a lot of favorites.
Okay.
But in our world, do you have a favorite band, or I say band, but that could be group? And
Okay.
why do you like? Is there a favorite sound that you like? Could be from a specific instrument. Chicken teriyaki, favorite food. See, there you go.
Um,
Um,
I like
so
tacos.
$8.99. Thanks, Jason. So yes, it is $8.99. So
Shocking.
my question is it the music or is it the sound of the music? Like, cause I like just a wide variety of sound
Mm-hmm.
that is consequently music.
Okay.
But listening, like we were listening to my playlist the other day,
Yeah.
and I'd never noticed how similar it all sounded. There's tons of groups, but they all sounded the same.
Right.
So I'm curious as to, is it, yeah, like bass, big bass,
Yeah.
big. I mean, when I was, starting in this, it was just, dude, Techmaster PEB all day long. That sound just did it for me. But now that I'm older, and I like broccoli, yeah, I wonder. I'm just curious. Is there a specific sound you think that might be, that does it for you, so to speak? I don't know. I don't know where this went. I don't even know if it has a point to it, but listen to your playlist. See if you
Yeah.
can pick up a common sound that really drives you into listening to that. Okay, enough philosophical crap.
Yeah. Aloha.
Aloha for sure.
Yeah.
What does that say? What is the difference between a 9903 and a 9904S? When they went from a 9903 to a 9904, they did basic software updates. Now when you hit the menu, both menus come up top and bottom.
Yep.
They added in the when you power it up, there's an OK screen that comes up on the screen. On the 9903, it stays there forever. On the 9904, you can opt to have it go away after 10 seconds.
Yeah.
The 9903 has HDMI. The 9904 does not. The 9904 got a bigger processor. It uses the dual-core processor running Linux. The 9903 doesn't. They also, because they took the HDMI out, they were able to improve the preamp section of the radio, make it a little better. So, yeah, there you go. A couple differences.
Right. All right. Armada with Bose system makes a tone with an aftermarket radio. Any idea how to fix it?
Depends on what kind of tone it is. Could be a bad Bose amplifier. The Bose amplifier is located up behind the gas pedal. But it depends on the tone. It could be you need noise filters too. You might just need to add some noise filters, so it really just depends on what kind of noise it is.
All right. What kind of harness do I need for a Chrysler Pacifica 2004?
Oh, God. If it has the factory premium sound system, you're going to need to go to metraonline.com and pick up the harness there. That particular one we just did one the other day. It's a full rewire. If it has the factory amps, the amp should be located somewhere on the driver's side of the car, either behind the back seat or up by the bumper in the back, driver's side, and you have to just bypass the amp and run the wires forward. But yeah, Metro Online is going to be the one that makes that. Hello from Honolulu. Hey,
Honolulu.
what's going on?
Yeah.
Farmer VT41, what is the difference? Okay, so what's the difference between a 490 and a 491? The 491 is going to have the option for a front-facing camera in the menu, and is also going to have HD radio. Other than that, same.
Yeah.
And if you guys notice like a blinking or if you get a strobe effect from us, we're sorry. One of the ballasts in one of our old lights is going bad, and it's been driving us crazy all day.
No.
These are all LED lights except for move your head.
Yeah.
That one, that
Yep.
stupid light right there isn't, and we still have two up here.
Yep.
And we have new bulbs coming Monday because on an upside, believe it or not, if you cannot, we actually we haven't had Wi-Fi in the install bay.
No.
I know that's a bit archaic,
Long time,
hard to
yeah.
believe, but because the install bay and the store are separated, at the time, Bright House was the cable provider here, was selling us crap internet, and we couldn't do anything. So we're like, screw it, let's just do away with it. Now it's another company. Who is it now?
What's
Who
up,
cares?
Juan Pablo?
Anyway, so we finally got cool access for internet in the install bay. We have cable TV up front, which is a bonus. So if we ever get a free minute, we can catch up on our soap operas. I'm really looking forward to that. But it also means we're also doing a bunch of remodel here in the
Yeah.
install bay. So it's been a lot of fun. That's why we're at this angle, because everything that's going on up here, we're not showing you yet. So it's going to be cool. I'll just leave it at that. But the nice thing is now that we do have Wi-Fi in the install bay,
Mm-hmm.
things are going to change up a bit. So hopefully, the next month or two, we're going to change the way this show is done. We won't have to have Fernando standing right here in your face. We're going to
Yeah.
buy some more stuff.
Yes.
So that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Jason, as long as the music sparks some from the emotion, it's all good.
Sweet Emotions, baby. Aerosmith.
Yep.
Love that song.
Yep. All right. So, hello from Jamaica. What's going on? 2010. I'm sorry. 2007 Tahoe engine noise with the idling harness on the Kenwood 9903S.
What year?
'07.
Huh. That should not have engine noise.
No.
I'm guessing it's a Bose system, but even if it is, that's the newer harness, right? So that's not a 24. That's the newer 29. 29s don't have noise. That's a good question. The 20, if it's a 29 bit, uses the two little square plugs that look similar to one another. There should be no noise in that, even if it is Bose. If there's amplifiers, I could see maybe there's a problem. But if it's just the radio, check to make sure that the 9903 is up to date. That's
Okay.
crucial because sometimes there was a noise issue, like with CarPlay, that a software update helped.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely check that.
All right. Let's see. Do you guys ever work on a Mazda CX-5?
Have we?
I
don't
think
know.
so.
I mean, I think so.
I think so.
I mean, nothing that comes to mind right off the top of our heads. Because we basically churn these cars out and try to film as much of it as we can. So, hey Dean, when you put in Alpine sub, what is a new Alpine sub over? I bet from Albert from St. Louis. What is the new? What
Hey,
is a
Dean,
new
when
Alpine
you
sub?
put
Oh, you know what we
in
forgot?
Alpine-
Dang, you know what we forgot to do? We got all that new stuff. We forgot to show it.
Yes.
So for all you guys that are, see,
Yeah.
because we're so late, we didn't get the opportunity. Alpine S-Type shipped.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for the new Alpine S-Type, it's a really sexy looking speaker. They look just like an R-Type now, which I'm sorry isn't called R-Type. It's just called R.
Mm-hmm.
Those shipped, so we were going to show you those. We'll have to wait till next week. The Kenwood 1 Series amplifiers, so the 9000 or 900 1.5, all the 1 Series amplifiers started to ship, and also the high-res speakers shipped too.
Mm-hmm.
And we were planning on bringing all those out and show them to you tonight, but because Paul left and we were running late, we didn't get to, so I apologize. We'll have to show you next week.
All right.
So next week will be a show
yeah.
and tell for sure, because by then we'll have even more stuff. So next week's show is going to be a show and tell.
How do you rate Hertz speakers?
How do I rate them?
Yeah.
Good, better, best. I mean, what are we looking for? They're awesome speakers.
No, I mean,
Okay,
like
Hertz, like everybody, makes a good, better, best. You have the
DCs.
Uno, or is it the DCs? There's a new one that's below the DCs. You have the CeeLo Greens. You have the Energy, the high energy, which are phasing out. You have the Millie, the Millie Pros, Millie Legends, something like that.
Yeah.
It all depends what you're buying. You know, if you're up. Like if you're buying a DC is going to compete with a lot of other speakers in the similar price points.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I would like a DC is almost the same price as like a Kenwood Exelon. I'd buy the Kenwood Exelon. I think it's a much better speaker. But when you're up in like the Millie Pros or Millies, those are amazing speakers.
Yeah.
So I mean, no, those are great. I mean,
all right.
So
how can I update my 4200 NEX?
Firmware. If you go to pioneerelectronics.com and type in the top right-hand corner the model number of your radio, it'll take you to the radio page, and then it'll say support. You click on that. It'll scroll down. You can find the firmware updates, and they will give you a downloadable instruction manual how to do it. You need a Windows computer. You need a small thumb drive that you can format to FAT32. You're going to put it into USB 1 or the SD card slot. And you're going to select, make sure your emergency brake is engaged or bypassed. Put the radio in standby. Go to the tools. Go to settings. Go to tools. Go to firmware. Scroll down all the way. It's all the way at the bottom in their tools, and it's all right there.
Yeah.
And it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to do an update.
All right. What will you?
When you get an extra minute. That's fine. When you get an extra minute.
Okay, what do you prefer? Rockford Series mini amps or Punch regular amps, mono and a 4-channel?
If we're talking about the power mini amps or the punch mini amps.
I think I don't know.
If we're talking power mini amps, I'll take the power mini amps over anything Rockford makes. If we're talking about the PBR punch mini amps, I would much rather go with the actual punch big series
Right.
amplifiers. But the power series mini amps are incredible. Insert any explicit word.
24-hour live stream from the Bay. Yes.
It get kind of boring, between the hours of 6:30 and 9:30 in the a.m.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Factory speaker is going out in my F-150.
150.
Time to upgrade.
Definitely time to upgrade.
Yeah.
Depending on the year, if it's a 5x7, or if it's a new 6x9. It's probably the 5x7 though.
Steve.
I tell you what, who makes the awesomest 5x7? If you're going to amp them and you just want a 5x7 coaxial, check out the Power Series. That's the Rockford Power Series 5x7.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, those are awesome. You remember that when we put them in there.
Yeah. These. I know, right? I can say it now, man. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
There you go.
I want a Pioneer NEX unit in my 2012 Silverado. What's better, the 4201? Be the 4201. Here's the thing to remember. The 4201 is built on a better platform than the 2330s. The 2330s are a Pioneer price point. So you do get newer features on a 2330 that the 4200 doesn't have. So if you're just strictly going feature, the 2330 is going to have advantages that the 4200 doesn't have. If you're strictly going for sound, like that's the key is sound and CarPlay or Android Auto as a secondary function, then I would stick with the 4200.
Right. Okay. What do you think about Kicker speakers? I replaced my whole car with them. And 212 and a 12 sub 2.
Kicker makes some good product. There's no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. Kicker, I feel, gets a bad rap because they were the ones that are brave enough to go sell and match mass merchants.
Yeah.
Everyone always, I love it. We've talked about this before on the show where people just rag on them because they were like, oh, they went to Walmart. And it's like, has anybody not been to Walmart.com? You can buy anything in the world on Walmart.com.
Yeah.
If you go into Walmart, if you're going to exclude products that are sold in Walmart from your life, then you pretty much aren't going to have anything in your life. So why is Kicker bad for going into those? Now, as far as Kicker goes, I like the KS series line of speakers. And even, we do a lot of the CS, DX line, the yellow ones and the light gray. We go through a ton of those. And those, I tell you what, I would much rather have those over another company's entry-level speaker, which I can't mention but starts with a P.
All right.
I think the Kicker sound way better.
When we're going to do the Alpine unboxing on the Halo?
As soon as it comes in.
Okay.
As soon as we get it in, that's, it's first up for sure.
All right. Oklahoma and Chicago, what's up?
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, Jesus. It's 2:21 in Ireland. Why are you still up? Yeah. Of course, you haven't gone to bed yet, probably. It's the weekend. He's having fun.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I was up till...
Oh, maybe it's Friday?
Well, it'd be Saturday morning there. Or no, it'd be Sunday morning.
Yeah.
It'd be Sunday morning. But still the weekend.
I know. Okay.
I mean, come on. We get one day, man.
I know.
Let's not
Christian say, yes, it's 2 days away from next week. I don't know what that means, but...
I don't know. He gets to go to work on Monday?
Yeah!
High five, we get to go to work on Monday!
Yep!
Yeah!
Let's stay here. How about that? Let's open.
It's kind of creepy here at
nighttime. Let's open tomorrow. We'll be happy.
I'm going for the Super Bowl tomorrow, man. Super Bowl at my house.
Okay, so Patriots or the Eagles?
Last year I went for Atlanta, and that was just disgraceful. This year I'm going to go for the Patriots. I don't, people that know me know I don't follow football in the least. When we talk about it here, it's more of a joke than anything because I could care less. I think I'm merely going for the fact that winners should win.
Okay.
And the Patriots are definitely by far the biggest winners in the NFL. So winners should win, and they should not be hated for winning. I think, unfortunately, the society has kind of turned a little bit, and if you're successful, you're frowned upon. And I feel like that's wrong. So I hope they win. I hope they win just to prove the point that, winners should win.
All right. José Luis Pacheco, saludos, mi hermano.
Like two things in one show.
There you go.
Two little emotional things.
All right,
Did
I
you
have.
notice how you keep like here, dude?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold
No,
on
I
a
can't.
sec.
I can't. I can't. I
You
can't.
just keep like. I'm just gonna stand right here.
I got my hand like.
You getting cramped?
Yes, so
Yeah?
I can move it right now. I
New
have a
product.
2001 Lexus IS 430. I need a
bypass.
bypass. Yeah.
So that one we make from scratch, and honestly, I can't remember which harness it is. I want to say it's like an Isuzu harness. If you can get us the harness and like on Facebook and send us a picture of what the harness looks like, we can send it to you. We can't repin it though because we don't have those notes. Sadly, we kind of just do it as need be. But we can at least direct you towards what harness you're going to need to repin.
All right, what do you prefer, the 360 or the audio control A10?
I was just having. Okay, all right. That's a great question. And I had that topic yesterday or today. I don't remember which one it was.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy it was today. Guy came in. He's a fan of the show, and we were talking about the DSR-1 or the. He was looking at the 608, which is the same thing, 810. Anyways, and the idea behind it was that the software with the audio control really makes the guy that doesn't have any clue whatsoever about how to set up a processor is way more user-friendly than the software that comes with like a 360 or DSR-1. Now, the DSR-1 is nice because it is on the smartphone, but if you still don't have any idea how to set a 32-band EQ, at least with the audio control, they try to help you out a little bit and give you the input-output RTAs. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm on the fence. I feel like they're tools, and depending on what socket do I need to do this job, and I don't think one is necessarily better than the other.
Yep.
I think it's just who's using them.
All right. What do you guys do for a Dodge vehicle that they have the battery on the fender? They're
Jesus.
fun.
Okay. Most of the time,
300?
we pull the wheel.
Yes.
So we'll snag the jack out of the back of the car. We'll jack it up. We'll pull the wheel off.
Yeah.
It sucks. I hate doing them, but that's the right way to do it. I know some people just kind of like try to turn it in and then pull the fender back down and then try. I don't know. It takes an extra 10 minutes to pull the wheel off, so we just pull the wheel off.
Okay, how did this short and the speaker would they make
Stock radio
stock? Yeah.
When it comes back right away. Testing a short and a speaker. So all right.
On the BMW.
And a BMW. Okay, regardless of the car, what you want to do is get to your end point. Now, okay, so it depends. Like in a BMW, you're going through the factory amplifier, or is it just plugged into the radio? So we'll assume it's plugged into the radio. What you're going to need is a digital multimeter and set it to continuity.
Yeah.
Do I have one handy?
The 360 can be a real pain to adjust.
Yeah,
Jason.
and that's my point. So,
Yeah.
So this is continuity. Continuity is the little guy right here with this. And what you're trying to do is test for continuity. So you're going to take your...
Okay, you just leave me hanging.
I'm sorry. So here's your speaker. Let's pretend this is in the door. You're going to take this guy here and you're going to put your probes on the plug behind the radio, and you're going to hear something like this, and you're going to be like, okay, and then you look at the meter and you're going to see something like 4 or 2. Hopefully something close to 4. Then what you're going to want to do is take the black end and put this in the ground on the harness, and then do the same thing. Go to one of the speaker lead, go to the 2 speaker leads, and see if you get sound. If this is in the ground and you get sound, there's your problem, because now that's the wire that's shorting out. And that's a real basic way to test that. Let's see, what else can I think of there on that? Make sure the speaker's screwed in too, because a lot of the times the speaker will meter perfectly fine, 4 ohms, it'll play, but when the basket is screwed into the door, there could be a short between the voice coil and the basket, and that could be causing the short, so don't have the radio out. How come no JVC? Because we sell Kenwood, we sell Alpine, and we sell Pioneer, and we carry a little bit. We carry the 2 Sonys. So, how many radios does one shop need?
Yeah,
But
no.
that's why. It's nothing to do with JVC.
And that's funny because actually Paul want to bring
Yeah, I
JVC.
won't let him.
Yeah, and it's like we don't need it.
No, there's other things I want to bring in,
I know.
and I'm more excited about those things. God, I'm more excited about those.
I've been
I
using
want
the
that so
Phoenix
bad.
Gold EQ 15X for years, and I just looking to upgrade the 360
Okay,
on
so
the
if you're
audio
looking to
control
upgrade to the
processor. Thank
360,
you.
skip the 360 and just go for the DSR1. The DSR1 is a 360. It has all the inputs. It has the
Mm-hmm.
outputs. Unless you need 8 channel, it's only 6 channel output. So, but download the software for the audio control and play for it. I mean, play with it. You can download both the 360 software and the audio control software and play with both and see which one makes sense to you. That's going to be the most important thing. Plus, if you're a Mac user, Mac, the audio control is Mac compatible.
Okay. I have a Kenwood 9904S. When I listen to USB at 30
It turns
volume,
off.
it turns off. Pandora and the radio doesn't have this issue. Sorry.
Okay.
No amps.
All right. So that sounds to me. It all depends. Okay. So your radio has the SLA or source level adjust. When you go to your sound settings, it's one of the last things in the EQ setting is source level adjust. Source level adjust allows you to turn up and down a source. That's right. Turn up and down a source
Mm-hmm.
depending on where it is if it's louder or more loud or less loud to another source.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to the radio at 30 and then you switch to the USB and the USB is louder, then you'd either A, have to turn the USB down, or B, go into the SLA and turn that down. Now, the other thing to keep in mind too is that it also depends on the record quality. So it's going to really, if you have a higher bit recording than the FM and the Pandora, which it's going to be, that will also tax the amplifier faster because it's trying to reproduce more frequencies than FM or Pandora are putting out, which means you're going to overdrive the amplifier a lot faster. We used to have this problem all the time with CDs. Nuts.
CDs?
CDs. So you'd put a compact disc in and you'd turn the radio up and the radio would clip. And you'd be like, why is the radio clipping? Well, because you're playing a CD. Go to FM, put it at the same volume, you wouldn't have this issue. And then people would freak out and be like, look, man, you need an amplifier because with the volume you want to play it at, the little IC power amp that are this tiny in there can't do what you're trying to do. You're just burning them up. So I'm guessing it's going to be something like that.
MK3 Supra, he just did amp and the
Capacitor
today with the Tesla and everything.
Oh.
Tesla, sorry.
What did it say? Flex. What was the bottom? What was it? No, Flex and Tesla. Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Cool stuff.
Awesome.
Good, man.
Didn't do a cap today. Did you guys review JVC once? We did.
Yeah.
And actually, so we were a JVC dealer, and then here in, well, no, actually in the whole U.S., JVC changed up their hierarchy, guys in charge, and when that happened, they changed the way they do business here in the state of Florida, and it wasn't the way we wanted to do business, so we kind of walked away from JVC.
Yep.
Which is fine, and then, Paul hasn't hard enough time keeping up with what those 3-4 radio manufacturers have. Adding in a fourth just wasn't. I mean, there again, how many do you need? But no, I don't have anything against JVC.
Yeah.
Fernando, he sold JVC at his other place.
I used
sold the
to.
hell of it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know how to use it. He's sitting there turning the volume up. I'm going, whoa, what are you
On
doing?
the screen. Yeah.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
All right, Cody. What's your wish list for Paul to stock them?
I mean, for the most part, we stock everything. It's a brand. There's a brand right now that I'm interested in, and we're working on it. And if we can get it, I'll be really happy.
Yeah.
Because that's
you want to know what?
I want it. We can't talk about it yet. Cause,
until if we have it, that will be cool. If not, oh well.
Yeah. So because right now there's another. Yeah.
What's up, Peter?
We can't even talk
from
about
Sweden?
It. What's up from Sweden? More. What did he say?
Jason, what's up, Jason?
Bite your tongue, man. So, anyway,
Can you guys say hello to Carl?
Kal-El. Is that Superman? Clark Kent. Um,
What's up, Carl?
then Sony. Yeah, we carry Sony. I mean, Sony really only makes two radios that we have to carry. They make the 100 and the 200. We haven't had any call for the 200 yet, but we stock and sell the 100. We also still have the tray in stock, which blows my mind. I don't know why we have that, but we have one. What does that say?
Hey, I like Dean and Fernando toolbox. I noticed in your videos you guys use Milwaukee M12s.
So the only complaint I have about Milwaukee M12s is that this rubber booty that they put on these will always rip off at some point. I think your drills, you're over there gluing yours the other day.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think it's exclusive to them. I think Makita and DeWalt and all those guys have those.
Yeah.
So, and we use the crap out of these. So, the batteries actually last a pretty long time. Did one of yours go bad, or did we just get you more?
One of mine go bad.
Yeah, but that was like a 3 or 4 year old battery. So, I recently had a drill die. I had an impact die, but that impact was 5 years old. So it lasted for 5 years. We just got the soldering guns.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
We just got these in, and I burned the hell out of my hand today, so that was good. Playing with this, so we're testing these things out to see how they do before we do something silly like spend $300 on a rechargeable soldering gun. Well, this is pretty nice so far. I had to use it today.
I used it yesterday and today.
We just got them in,
I use it every day. I like it.
I mean, I like the M12. As far as the M12 goes, I mean, I have a bunch of the saws. We use a lot of them. I have the ratchet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm happy with it. I had a Makita before, and
I used to have Makita too.
I like these a lot better. I was a big fan of Hitachi, but yeah, this has more selection. At the end of the day, I like this selection.
Have you guys ever concerned about amplifiers overheating? Hey, what's up, James?
We were at first. Like, when we started putting amplifiers up underneath the seats to the extent that we do, I mean, I'm going to say a good 90% of our amplifiers are going underneath the seats, and here in Florida it gets hot, as you know.
Yes.
Oh, James just got a motorcycle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. James just got a motorcycle.
Wow.
Lucky he lives there. He'd be dead if he lived here.
Oh, yeah.
Florida's not motorcycle friendly, especially where we live. Maybe
but that's
up
crazy
north,
because
but
there's
not
a
here.
lot of people with motorcycles in
it's
here.
not motorcycle friendly. But anyways, what were we talking about? I have no idea. Sidetracked.
Motorcycles?
Yes. Squirrel.
I know. Milwaukee's, Makitas.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know. Who cares? Okay. So moving on.
I'm gonna have
shopping with
watch
Mrs.
this later.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Well, thanks for popping in, James. You have a good night, man. Or actually, you have a good afternoon. Yeah. Good afternoon.
Okay, what's up, guys? Me again. What gauge should I use to ground a Pioneer head unit? 18 gauge, okay?
18 gauge is okay as long as you're using it, a little piece, like 12 to 18 inches. If you're trying to go to the battery or something like that with it, then obviously you're going to want something like a 12 gauge. But
go to the frame. Yeah.
Just go into a frame. Yeah,
that's
12,
fine.
18 gauge is plenty big.
And he's right. The Nissan is not ground.
Oh, yeah.
The factory harness. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we use when so if you're doing a Nissan, 18 gauge is fine. That's what
Perfect.
we use. We have spools of the stuff. We just grab it and go.
thank you, Joel. Hope you guys doing good. Thank you.
Sorry, brother. Sorry, brother. I want to about Scar Audio. Is they new? There is some new Scar Audio stuff. We were just looking today. I tell you what, though, man. The customer that just left. Dude, Scar fanboy. I mean, it was great. He's just, wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I don't really stay up to date too much on the Scar stuff.
Right.
Because that's more of what Paul sells. But yeah, he knew everything there was to know about this stuff. It was great.
Yeah.
Focal 165
165Ts.
Yeah, sure. Those are great speakers. What was that one? Thanks, you guys, the best. Hey, you're the best for watching. Thanks. 2005 Tahoe loses voltage in reverse. I have the GSOS 4. Using an accessory wire for the camera and steering wheel controls. Do I need to add a relay to remedy that? Okay, so the thing about GM you have to remember is the GM reverse wire will only go live when the engine is running. So make sure that that's the case. The reverse lights only turn on when the car is running and you put it in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of fun when we actually have to do that on the older analog ones because he's in the back trying to test for reverse. I got the emergency brake and my foot on, and we're trying to put the car in reverse. So that's just a product of them. I've never ran into an instance at all ever needing to put a relay on a reverse trigger. It's just we always forget, if anything, that it's hooked up to the GM doing it silly.
I never heard anything about SoundStream on this channel.
Any thoughts on the new product? The reason why I've never heard anything about SoundStream is because we don't sell SoundStream, and I honestly haven't had a chance to look at SoundStream in quite a few years. So I apologize. There's nothing wrong with the product.
There's nothing wrong with that, yeah.
But it's just nothing that we've had.
Like we say, we have a lot of brands.
Paris, France.
Yeah, France.
Eiffel Tower. Yeah.
Hey, man. Coco. What's up, Coco?
But no, Missouri. No, SoundStream makes tons and tons of products, and there again, we stock tons and tons of products. So we try to stay relevant when we do the news show. I search everything, so it's not exclusive to just the stuff we carry. I talk about SoundStream and all that, but we just day-to-day wise, we don't really see much of it. So it's not on our radar constantly.
All right. Hi. I have a 2008 Dodge Avenger. And how are the 6x9s in the door and the 3.5 of the dash I wired?
Mine is not amplified. Thinking, are they wired like components, or does the OME head unit drive all 6 separately? Nope, they're wired like components. The head unit drives all 6 of them together. So the speaker, if it doesn't have an amplifier, the speaker in the door and the speaker in the dash are connected to the same 2 wires behind the radio. So if you're doing something like one of the newer style components, like an Alpine or something like that, that has the Focal that has the 6x9 with the crossover at the 6x9 and the tweeter or the crossover at the tweeter, you just wire those into that existing wiring and you're all set and ready to go.
All right. So what do you think? A ported box better than the sealed box on the Tacoma?
If you have room for a ported box, the problem is that, like if you're going to try to do 2 subs, ported box is going to be tough because they're much bigger. If you're just doing 1 sub, then I would definitely try to fit a ported box, for sure.
There you go. Late, but here. SoundStream is pretty good. There you go.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
Yeah.
Picasso series from SoundStream is good. It's funny you should mention that. When we were...
I was thinking of real Picasso.
Well, no. When years ago, when SoundStream was still an American company before it turned into the company now, we were a SoundStream dealer.
Yeah.
And they had these giant, which I'm sure if you're SoundStream fans, you've seen, there were these giant, the Picasso first came out, it was this giant, like, rack-mounted amplifier that had the whole, Picasso drawing on it. That was really cool. It was gold. And then they had some silver amplifiers that were really sweet. It was a neat product. The problem was the capacitor is always melted off the board. But other than that.
Jess.
Yeah, Jess?
What did you say?
Only control will work for my truck. What kind of truck you have?
Bonjour. I don't know, man.
Bonjour?
Bonjour.
Bonjour. It's bonjour.
I like French, man.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Sweet. Kenwood.
Bonjour la France.
La Francais.
All right.
I don't know, man.
Let's move on, man. This isn't
I'm
French
tired.
talk.
I know.
People are going to be over there going, ooh, talk dirty to me, Fernando. Ooh la la, muy mi.
Okay. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Kenwood DVR M520 dash camera, record quality.
Supposedly it's pretty good. Jeez. That's one of those products that I've been dying to test, but because we just haven't had time. And we need more time.
Yeah.
Geez, they're both calling us.
Yes.
2016 Jeep Wrangler factory amp. Some installers tell me I need to use the pack RP4CH11. Others tell me I don't to install my Pioneer. If you're doing a 2016, the RP4CH11 is awesome if you have the factory amplifier. You could also do the LC version of the same product. If you want to retain steering wheel controls, though, you do need the RP. If you've watched any of the videos that we've done on any Jeeps or Chryslers or anything like that, you have to have a smart harness for those cars. There is no other way to do it without doing some generic weird, but if it's got a factory amplifier, you have to have it because the CAN wires are what turn on the amplifier. If it doesn't have a factory amplifier, yeah, you could probably get an accessory from the cigarette lighter or some silliness like that, but why would you want to? It's a 2016. Buy the harness, do it right.
That's
What
what
was-
the Da Vinci,
that
the
was-
Picasso was a class.
Okay, all right,
Class
see, there you go.
China.
It was a long time ago. I'm glad you're keeping up, though. Thanks, Jason.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And there again, I don't know my artist. I probably could have figured that out if I would have paid attention. My bad.
Hey guys, love the videos. I have a 2008 Scion TC with the
Image
retractable cover on the radio, and I'm worried it might not work. An aftermarket radio, I want to keep it.
Okay, so if you want it to work, make sure you don't get something with a big volume knob that sticks out. That's the main problem with those Scion TCs. Scroll back to the one before that one. It says image dynamic is sound quality stuff will blow your mind. Yeah, you should bring that up. We were awarded the Image Dynamic Retailer of the Year years ago when the product first came out. Yeah, oh yeah. And we sold tons of that stuff. In my truck, I had the IDQ 6.5s and the horns. They used to make the short horns. I had a set of those at a Dodge Ram, so I had 2 horns, 6.5s. And then I had an ID, whatever the sub was at the time, 12-inch behind the seat, powered off of 2 Alpine 500 2 Expert Series amplifiers. So I'm well aware of how Image Dynamic performs. It's good stuff, for sure.
All right. What could cause the tweeter playing too high? Connect the crossover set to 0 dB.
That's the
lowest.
Have a flea market radio
and an amp.
Phase wrong, maybe? No, I mean, if it's playing too high, I don't understand the question, really. I mean, if it's just too bright, turn the treble down on the radio. Polarity testing, you could use your phone. You know, if you have an iPhone, you can download Speaker Pop, or any iDevice, you can download that. 0 dB is, you know, if that's all it'll do, get a better radio for one. Definitely, you're going to want a better radio, because it could just be that the amplifier in the radio is dying faster than it should, and you're hearing it through the tweeters. If you want to control your tweeter frequencies, being able to turn them up or down because your speakers didn't come with anything other than 0, check out a Kenwood deck, like an Exelon deck, that's going to have the active crossover in it and allow you to turn down the tweeter. Can you guys help me tuning the infamous DD1 when turning the amp? Oh,
minus 15.
Okay, so
funny.
Tone, and it's also the head unit 0 dB. Tone.
Yeah.
All right, so the question is, if you have a DD1 Plus and you have to set the gain overlap, is what they're calling it. There's 2 tracks you need. The problem is if you have a mechaless radio, that's where it's going to cause the problem. You have to play track 1, which is 0 dB. You're going to have the gain all the way down. You're going to have the EQ set to flat. You're going to have the bass boost on the amp where you think you're going to run it. Subwoofer volume control where you're pretty much going to run it, which is all the way up in my book. And then you're going to start turning the radio up with either 40 or 1,000 hertz, depending on what you're getting. Find out where the radio distorts, turn it down. Then go back and start turning the amplifier up until you get the red light. Once the red light comes on, hit read. The first thing that's going to pop up is that plus 15. Then you have to go to track 3 for subwoofer.
Correct.
And I think track 4 or
track
2
3
is 3 and 4, or 3 and 4. So 3 is like sub, 4 is like highs, and that's a special 15 dB boost track. And then you turn the gain up or down to get the boost track. So you have to go to that second track to do the gain overlap on the DD1 Plus.
Yes.
And if you really want a good video on that, Diamore has an awesome video to show you how to do it. Walks you right through it.
Yeah.
That's why we don't do videos on those, because he built it. He's way smarter than us. So.
Oh, that's his brother. Yeah. All right. Can you find a diagram for the 2011 Hyundai Sonata? You guys work on one. I need to tap into the Infinity System soft. You guys remember what positive,
Oh, the
green
green and
or
black.
black? That was
Green,
green.
green, green. Yeah,
Green.
green is positive.
No.
There's two greens, two blacks, because it's a dual voice coil. Pull them down, hook them up. Greens are positive, blacks are negative.
Oh wow. I remember that. Wow.
We just did one like last week.
I don't know. I don't remember what I think just right now.
That was when we took the rear deck out. Not too
Oh,
long ago.
okay.
What time is it?
It's really late.
I know. What time is it?
It's
All right,
10
cool.
o'clock.
Let's do a few more questions and get the heck out
Yeah,
of here.
thank you guys. Let's
Is
see.
resident engineering still? Oh wow, I don't know. RE.
I have a 2013 Altima aftermarket installed by a shop near me, and the aftermarket steering wheel switch. But every time I turn the car off, it doesn't work. But then I turn it on and it works.
Why is that?
Hmm?
Okay, that's confusing. But
Yes.
I don't,
Well, if you, for me, it's like if you, they did the job, just take it back to the shop, and you know, just,
yeah, show them what it's doing. I mean, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, a 2013 Ultima with steering wheel controls shouldn't be that hard to figure out. That's a pretty basic install at this
Yeah.
point. It's a 3-wire steering wheel control interface, meaning there's a ground and then 2 steering wheel activation wires. That's it. Power, ground, and it's a 5-wire hookup. So unless and the only thing that would make it different is if it has an external Bluetooth module. Sometimes you have to bypass that. But if it's not keeping memory, I'd be curious to see which one you have.
yeah.
I mean, for that, we would just go with an SWIRC pack piece because they're bulletproof, and that's a pretty basic install. There's really no reason.
What's
to go
that from
crazy.
London? Oh wow, that's
But-
pretty cool.
All right, what else we got? Good night. All right, see you.
Good
All right,
night.
what's Jason got to
Have a
say?
great night.
Oh.
Enjoy your day off.
All right,
Yes.
well, Jason's ending the show for us. As
Yep.
always, we want to thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in this late. We're sorry it was so late.
Yep.
DNFtooldrawer.com is a place you can find all the cool tools we use. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to update it with even more tools that we have.
You want shirts?
Teesprings
Yep.
/stores/5-star car stereo. They're still on sale. You can still pick them up. If you want to be a Patreon member, we're there too. Don't forget the podcast.
Yes.
It's on Podbean
Yep.
and also iTunes. It will be on others soon. Just give me time. Echoes Live Thursdays. All right, cool. You guys have a great night. Have a wonderful weekend. Hope your Super Bowl team wins. If
Yes.
it doesn't, enjoy the food that you're going to have.
Oh, definitely.
And we will see you guys Monday or
Monday.
next week, depending on how y'all fly. Bye.